to have the most amazing year ever. Are you excited, guys? You really must have that contagious excitement. People must feel it, they must see it. You know, when they're around you, your mental atmosphere, and I'm using that word, you know, in your mental atmosphere must exude that. People must feel it when they come around you. They must feel it. You must feel success. So what I want to say is I'm excited to be here. This is by the way, guys, we were actually very tentative, or myself, I was tentative about doing this masterclass, not because I'll actually tell you why I did it. So we were kind of toying with the idea, should we do another masterclass? Although I think Paul and I, we made a commitment that if there's one thing that I believe as a purpose, like what if somebody should ask me, Duane, what is your purpose? What is your commitment and your drive? What is it that you know that you're absolutely good at? And if you could give that away freely every day, what would it be? But do you know, of all of these, you know, success tenets, and people have it, there's a lot of things that you can use, and you can, you know, it's almost like success is like a soup. And you know, if you drink this good soup, when I'm coming from Jangas, there's a lady right across from the road, and she has absolutely the best soup. Sometime I have to ask her, I said, what you put in the soup? And she keep laughing. And every time I think of that pot of soup, I think success kind of have all these ingredients. And believe me, guys, there's not one way to achieve it. You know, you have to have the right amount of salt, and you have to have the right amount of seasoning, and you have to have the right amount of this and the right amount of that. And you know, when your grandma make us a nice pot of soup, and of all the soup that you have been drinking and drank over the last 20, 30 years, grandma's soup take the cake. Grandma is like that soup, that quantum soup of success. When I think of this soup, I always ask myself, if success was a soup, what would be that number one ingredient? Guys, there are many things, and I'm going to go through a couple of these things today, and I really want your 1,000% undivided attention. Actually, I will predict this. This may be the best masterclass yet. This may be the most superb. You know, if this was a game that Kobe or Michael was playing, I guarantee you, we may do 60, 70 points today. Like, we may get the MVP today of Masterclass. So I'm happy that you're here, because there's a different drive, there's a different energy, there's a different focus, and there's almost a way I'm going to challenge you today. So before I get there, the ingredient that I believe that would be the maybe number one ingredient to have this success soup, taste the way it should taste, I would say it's what we call inspiration. And I'm always asked, why is it that inspiration is such an important thing? And the reason why I would say inspiration, because if you're around me a lot, you know that I am very metaphysical in my thinking. Like, the way I think, I always believe that all is mind. I always believe that as above, so below, as the inner, so the outer, so as the thought, so the thing. So I really believe that we're living an inside-out life. I really believe that in the quantum game that we're really playing is that we are creating inside and we're manifesting outside. So I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe really all of this is just a reflection of what is happening in the invisible world, because it is the invisible that creates the visible. It is thought that creates things. So I believe that listen to the word again, I believe that inside, inspiration, inspire, in spirit, is what really causes a human being to move. So the best inspiration is never usually external. It's not an objective inspiration. I think inspiration most times, or if not 99.9% of the time, really is an inside game. There's something that you can't taste, touch, and feel sometimes that inspires you, that drives you to win, that drives you to consistently play at a high level. I can't tell you what inspires you. I can't tell you what inside, in spirit, in your spirit, that makes you want to perform at the highest level. I can't tell you. Most of the time, if you have participated in any of our sessions and seminars, I'll talk about something called your why. you know, your reason for being, your reason for really wanting to win. But here's what I want to challenge you with today, and it's very important, guys. And I want you to really get this. You know, if you have pen and paper, I would hope you do. You know, you really need to take some notes. But I want to be clear from the start of this conversation. When I thought about doing this session this morning, I did not want it to be a motivational session. Actually, I don't think today is a motivational session. You don't need motivation. I'm telling you guys. Today is not designed also to be a feel-good session. Will you feel good? Somewhere along the line, something that I say will impact and trigger some good feeling. And I really want that to happen. But you can't take good feeling to the supermarket. You can't take good feeling to the bank. You can't take good feeling to the guy that needs his money that you borrow. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. But here's what I think would cause the transformation that we need today. And this transformation will come from today. We came here to be honest. I think we need to have an honest conversation. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever sat with someone, maybe a friend, a mentor, a coach? Have you ever sat with someone that you have almost given the responsibility of holding you accountable? That may be the most uncomfortable conversation that you'll ever have in your life. Someone that holds you accountable. Someone that looks at you and say, hey, that's BS. Hey, you're not working hard enough. Hey, you're caught enough. Hey, you're making excuses. I don't care. I don't want to hear that. That honest conversation is really, I would say, the catalyst of your growth. So here's who I want to be today. I want to be today that honest guy. That friend that you have that call you out all the time. That friend that you have that aggravated, that rubs you. Guys, you have heard the story. All these precious metals, these precious things that we wear, you know, all these jewels and stuff and ruby and, you know, but if you understand the most precious one is called diamond. And if you understand how it's created, how you get that shine, how you get that almost unbelievable look, it comes from this thing called raw coal. And they have to put it under intense, let me use the word again, in parentheses, intense heat and pressure. So it's this discomfort and this intense heat and pressure, almost this honesty, almost looking yourself in the mirror that really will change the game for you. Most people, I would say, refuse to participate in their own rescue. By the way, guys, I used to be this guy that wants to rescue everybody. You know, I would, you know, just try to interrupt you and try to help you and, you know, try to put down the ladder and say, climb up. And I realized that sometimes even when the chopper is in a holding pattern and you send the ladder down, some people are looking at you like, well, you know, like, and I'm saying you're not climbing up. And I'm saying, I've come out of the rescue game. And now I've allowed people to take responsibility for their life and success. So in my years of playing this success game, I think one of the things that I've realized, and guys, I want you to really bear with me. One of the things I've realized in playing the success game is every year people show up. And some of you guys were in the masterclass last year. And every year people show up and they get the information. And by the way, by no means, I'm not saying guys not to show up, not to check yourself in every course, in every seminar, in every workshop, in every masterclass. By the way, I'm encouraging you to check yourself into everything that can stimulate what we call a conscious interrupt. Because most time what we need is a conscious interrupt of the normal way of thinking. The noise, there's so much noise that's happening out there, guys. We are so programmed. We're almost like zombies now to the medias and the social medias and the broadcasting that's happening. There's so much broadcasting that you can't even think for yourself. So you really need some interruption of that for you to get on a wavelength of success and to focus on how to build this and craft this way of life for you and your family. But we show up all the time for the information. But let's be honest, guys. If it was information alone that causes success, everybody would be rich, happy, and skinny. Everybody. If it was information alone that causes success, let me repeat this, guys, because I'm honest with you. Everybody will be happy, rich, and skinny, which means that you know what to do. You know what to do. Most people have heard somewhere along the line, what do you need to do to be happy? Cutting out the distractions. Happiness is a within game, it's an inside game, it's an outside game. You've heard all of these things already. Everybody know how to go lose weight. Everybody has seen it, has bought treadmills, has bought all these things, and about what to do with your diet. And we all have the information. And somewhere along the line, most times, everybody understands how to make money. Guys, I remember, and this is from an informational standpoint. I remember a couple of years ago when I just came back in the game. And if you don't know my story, guys, I'd be happy to share it with you. And I'll share it along the way. But I went to the top of the mountain. And the top of the mountain means that just if you want to picture what success looks like in terms of, young, successful entrepreneur that did it all, made all the money, had all the cars and the houses and they did the trappings. And I took responsibility for my own failure, guys. I tumbled down the mountain, tumbled down hard, and went straight to the bottom. I remember when I was doing that ascension and going back up, and I, regained that, all of what I needed to get back. Got back the money, and a friend sat me down with some information. And guess what he said to me? He said, Lou, hey, listen, bro, he was saying that you're blessed. He was like, boy, you're lucky. God blessed at the fact that, you have gotten a chance to come back and you have really, reinvented yourself. And by the way, guys, I want you to keep that word for me. Write it down. Because a lot of you guys today, I want to challenge you that all you need for 2026 is a reinvented you. I'm going to tell you how many iterations of Duane Lue-Fung. Maybe you're looking at version 5.0, not 5.0 right now. And the people that know me and know of where I started from in the Konica Minolta Kyocera copier business and all of these things, people may understand how I got here. So there are different iterations of me, but the point I want to make is this, guys. When he sat me down and he said to me, Duane, you have gotten a second chance. Here's what I want you to do. He said, don't live above your means. He said, don't live at your means. He said, Duane, I want you to live below your means. And I sat and I'm looking at my friend in the eye and I'm saying to myself, he has made such an absolutely great point. I'm like, this is the formula. Absolutely one of the best formulas for success. Don't live above your means. Never, ever. Don't live at your means. So even if you can afford it, don't live there. Live a little bit below. But here's why I'm saying this to you, because I laugh, because he did not give me new information. This is information that I always knew. This is information that I used to tell people, but did I act on it? So the problem with information, guys, is not that you don't know. Problem is that we don't do it, we don't execute it, and we don't commit to making it work. And I said that, guys, I'm telling this story also because I just realized for myself that there's so much information out there floating, really what to do, how to do. The problem is, guys, we're not executing, we're not doing, we're not taking responsibility of actively making it work. What I realize is that this 2026, it really doesn't care about your good intentions. 2026 doesn't even care about what you want to do. 2026 doesn't care about what you think. 2026 doesn't care about what you desire. The truth is, 2026 only cares about who you decide to be. I'm going to say that slower. 2026 only cares about who do you decide to be. every year, at the end of the year, I would say at the end of every year, we have the same feelings, we conjure the same thoughts. We sit and we think about, okay, you know, what happened this year? What could I have done better? You know, did I achieve all my goals and dreams? And we get into this anxiety that the next year must be better. So we start to talk about these new goals. We have these new resolutions. But all of these new words and new habits, guys, typically get canceled out by starting again with the same routines, same rituals, and most importantly, the same bad habits. And February, most times you are right back to where you started. So today, because I got my stool, I don't want this to be a presentation because I don't want it to be. What I want it to be is really more of a conversation. Because I think I'm always at my best if I sit beside you and we're sparring and we're talking and we're just talking about life. We're talking about where you are, you know, what is holding you back, you know, some of the thoughts and feelings and emotions and activities. And like, guys, I think I'm actually at the best at when I'm coaching. Like when I'm in a coaching session with you and you're throwing it out so today I want to act as a coach, an honesty coach, by the way. So guys, you're not achieving success because you're incapable. I wouldn't say you have a capability issue. Not at all. It's not because you're incapable of doing it. I think that you're not achieving it because you never changed who you were being. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If nothing changes internally, nothing changes externally. Let me put it another way. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you can't change the way you think, if you can't change, if you can't change how you decide, if you can't change the things you tolerate, if you can't change the things you do daily, then 100% certain, guys, that December 2026 will look exactly like December 20, only with some different excuses. So today is really about breaking that cycle of failure. And when you ask me, Duane, how are we going to kind of navigate that conversation to break the failure cycle? And I'm going to tell you guys, it's not a very hard thing to do. Because to break the cycle of failure means that whatever profession you're in, so I know we have some salespeople on the line. We have people that are in, most of them, leadership positions. We have, you know, entrepreneurs on the line. We have people that are, you're building business for yourself. But guys, anywhere you are in your life, there's some people that join this call because you ultimately know that you're operating way below your potential. And I'm really excited to be here with you. I've crafted what I call a very concise presentation for you guys. I want you to follow. I don't know if my team has brought it on screen yet. Yeah, guys, are you seeing the presentation? By show of hands, give me a thumbs up if you're seeing it. Are you seeing it? Let me know. Yeah, fantastic. Whoa, great. Are you seeing it? Great. Let me know if you are. Fantastic. Today's conversation is dubbed execution over excuses. I want you to sit back, relax, put your seatbelt on because the ride will get bumpy, but we'll get to cruising altitude. And when we get to cruising altitude, this is where the honesty of how is it that 2026 will be totally quantum leap here for me. And the conversation, and by the way, guys, the formula is in the conversation. Are you ready? One is we really need to create what we call an identity shift. When I speak about an identity shift, guys, I don't mean changing particularly everything about you. I mean changing something about your identity. And your identity means who you are being. And most time you need to understand the difference between who you are and who you must become. Most times, typically, you do not rise to your goals. And guys, the first time I saw this, I thought it was so brilliant because it's true. You never rise to your goals. You typically rise to your identity. What does that mean? Think about it clearly. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. You remember once I read a quote that you will only see enough to match your vision. And it took me so long to understand it. You will only see enough to match your vision. And that one quote has become maybe my maxim for the last, maybe I'd say 10 years. Literally, I put that up and I force myself to see bigger. I force myself, guys, I have to create what we call a dissonance, which means I have to force my mind to start removing limitations, because you will only see enough to match the vision. Which means, guys, if you're only seeing $1 million, or if your vision is $1 million, and if that's all you're seeing, that's all you will get. You won't meet a $10 million person. You will never meet a $20 million customer. You will never meet a $50 million customer, because you'll only see enough to match your vision. What is your vision? Guys, I'm telling you, get more audacious with your goals. Come on. Stop playing around with this game. It is a game. G-A-M-E. And guys, if I was in your movie watching it, if I was watching you in your movie, I'd be screaming at you like, why are you thinking so small? Come on, think bigger. Believe faster, believe faster, believe faster, think bigger. What does that mean, guys? The same energy it takes to think big is the same exact energy it takes to think small. Guys, I'm saying, if I'm going to roll the dice, I'm going to roll it. Guys, let me tell you something. If this was a game of baseball, and every time you throw a ball, and all I have to do is hit it out the ballpark, telling you, if this was a cricket match, I'll be hitting sixes, and I'm saying, why not? Why not just go for it? Change that identity, guys. Change it. Growth requires becoming unfamiliar with yourself. Growth requires becoming unfamiliar with yourself. Guys, you have to die to who you are now to become a newer version of you. And it's going to take a newer version. By the way, guys, whatever you made this year, I'm just saying, in your mind, calculate it. Whatever you made this last year, 2025, to double it, it's not going to take the same person, not the same identity. I guarantee you. And when I say we're playing an inside-out game, what I mean is you must have a new iteration of you. Where is the reinvented you? You have to say it better. You have to prospect harder. You have to do twice the amount of work. To do twice the amount of work is not an outside game. To do twice the amount of work means that you have to make up your mind somewhere here. There must be a conversation that you have with you that say, I must become a different me. I must dress different, walk different, talk different, look different, learn more. Guys, what are you going to do to upgrade? To upgrade. I'm telling you, as we speak right now, there's a company called Apple that's giving you a newer version of iPhone. Upgrade. As we speak now, there's a company called Samsung, just released a TV called QLED. Upgrade. As we speak now, BYD is a new model. Upgrade. As we speak now, guys, I'm telling you, as we speak now, there's someone that's in the same industry as you that's killing it. They're reading a book that you're not reading. They're on a course right now that you're not on. Last Christmas, last holiday, They went to 0 parties, which means that they woke up January with more money in their bank account. They spend all the time studying, reading, advancing. Guys, if they meet you right now in your field, they'll eat you food for, guys, they'll have you for lunch. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You cannot carry your old self into a new future. Try it. It's not going to happen. You want more production. How do you get more? How do you produce more? So all you have to do consistently, guys, I'm telling you what, guys, this is not just, guys, by the way, I'm not speaking at you, I'm just telling you what I have done in my life. This is not some guy just talking to you willy-nilly because I just feel like I'm reading some theoretical book and telling you about success, guys. I've lived it, I've walked it, I've taught, guys. I'm telling you, this is me. I embody it. When you see me, guys, I'm telling you, just put a sign on my head that says, this guy's, he understands it. Success from failing, from coming back, from doing it, from guys, I'm telling you, I'm talking it because I understand, because I've lived it. I believe what I'm saying. And I know what it takes to win it. You want high production, the producer's gap. Who are you today versus who top production requires you to become? And you keep hearing and seeing this word, becoming. Because you have to become it first. It's called be, do, have. Who do I need to be? What do I need to do to have what I need to have? Because we want to have it all. Everybody wants to have it. If I talk to everyone here, what do you want to have? I'm telling you, I get a list of havings. I want to have the nice house, the car, the money, the did. But you can't just have it. What you need to do to get it. Because what you're doing now, guys, is not obviously achieving what you want to achieve. Before the having, who do you need to become? You need to become maniacal. Oh, that's too much work, Mr. Lue-Fung. Oh, you need to become a beast. Oh, Mr. Lue-Fung, oh, that's too tough. I need balance. Who do you need to become? You need to have a mentality that just does not quit. You need to have grit. You need to become this person. Oh, but I've heard this before. But guys, if you are not guys, you've heard it, but if you're not doing it, you will not manifest the result. Who do you need to become to get the kind of production? There's this thing called the invisible ceiling. What is this invisible ceiling? What are you talking about, invisible ceiling? It is important. Last year's income creates this year's identity. Can you believe that? Yo, this is so powerful. Guys, there's an invisible ceiling that you have and you can't even understand. By the way, guys, you don't even see it. It's called a lid. Some of you guys have felt it for the last 2 years, for the last 3 years. That's it. You've almost plateaued. Where's the lid? What is happening, guys? The lid is invisible. The lid is not an external lid. Nobody's putting this lid on you. Your lid is invisible because somewhere along the line, in the standards you have set for yourself, the way you act, the way you move, the way you believe has created a limitation, a lid that you can't move from. Because you don't even believe that you can do better. You don't even believe that you are capable. You don't even believe that you deserve it. You know, guys, in life, there are what we call seasons. And sometimes we go through very uncomfortable seasons. By the way, guys, I don't mind winters. I don't feel anyway no when I've gotten my fair share of winters. I call them the preparation seasons. Winters kind of prep me for the next seasons to come. And really, they're not failures. They are preparation for better things to come. But here's what I discovered. Sometimes the said thing that we're looking for, guys, is right around us. It's right beside us. It's called acres of diamond. That, by the way, guys, I'm a living testimony of this. I started a business about a year ago. And all I did, guys, is that business is a reinvention of a seed and an idea that I had 15 years ago. The same thing that has become my diamond is something that was already residing in my backyard. The same diamond mine that was in my backyard, right beside me. So guys, this is what I did. I left my land, my plot of land. I went to seek the same diamond I was looking for. I went to seek it somewhere else. I went everywhere else to look. I was dabbling all around the place just to come back home and look in the backyard and say, but the diamond was already here. Guys, you already have the skill. The market you're looking for is already there. What is missing is the commitment. Your acres of diamond, which means that what you're looking for is also looking for you. And what you're looking for, you already have. You just don't believe it. You're not looking in the right places. Start looking within. It's right there. It's really right there. There's nothing that you want that is already, guys, I bet you this. There's nothing that you want that you don't already have. It took me almost 15 years to figure it out that Duane, you were already it. You don't need the validation. You don't need anything else. You already, guys, it's so hard to teach this concept. You already have it. It's right there. Some of you guys, you're already in the right job and you're looking for another. Some of you guys, you have the right one. It's right there. You just don't know how to maximize it. You don't know how to eat more out of it. You don't know how to expand it and build it and nurture it. And some of you guys are not even focused on it. Like, you already have the right profession. Some of you guys already have the right business. You already have it. It's right there. But you're playing games with it. Your acre of diamond is right there. What is this shift? There's a shift that really must happen in your life. And I want you to ask yourself, am I prepared to shift gears in 2026? You know, I remember when I was just learning to drive standard cars, and I've always paid attention to first gear, second, and third. And there's a point where, you know, when you get like a second or third gear, and you start to hear this compression. You start to hear this compression, like it is saying, go no more in this gear. Like, I need to change. I need some relief. I need some release. Some of you guys have maxed out your gear. Some of you guys have been in third gear for a long time. And your car have 6 gears. And you've been in third gear for 5 years, for 10 years, because you have not been able to get to fourth. Why? Because you become so comfortable in third. You really must move from this thing called comfort-based living to responsible-based living, which means that you need to start taking full responsibility for where you are. And to get to the next level will take swift and massive action. But first, you must be aware. Why am I in this gear so long? Why do I feel stuck? Where it comes back to self-image. Because you really believe in your identity, in your image. You know, I remember by Jim Rohn, and he says that your income will never exceed your level of personal development. Your income will never exceed your level of personal development, which means that your income can't exceed what you believe you can earn. Your income can't exceed the level of development that you have in your head. So guys, wherever you are or wherever you have been stuck, start asking yourself, what is causing this? What is this invisible ceiling? What's this limit that I've placed on myself? What's your identity? Do we have the identity that I'm a consistent closer? I'm a money maker? Do you have the identity that I'm unstoppable? Do you have the identity that I am a multi-millionaire? Guys, sometimes we think these things are just, just woeful affirmations that we're just saying them. Guys, you must consistently get up every morning and believe. Guys, let me tell you, the game that you're playing, you can't even understand it. You can't even understand this life game. It is such a tricky game. It's such a game that's filled with programs. You program life by feeling consistently every day. Why? It's called feeling frequency. Guys, it's a universe of energy. You program it by your frequency, your feeling, what you're saying consistently every day is connecting with a force that you can't understand. And it's a creative place that we're in. And we are made in the image and the likeness of the Creator. So we are made to create. How you create? By thoughts, words, feelings, actions. So we are more living in a subjective world than an objective world. But if we don't understand this, guys, we walk around and we are bumping our heads on the wall and we're saying, boy, it can't happen, Mr. Lue-Fung, I don't know why it's happening. Because you're not relaxing, getting out of the noise and become a creator. You must start believing differently, guys. What is this mental game of success? What is this mental game of success? The real game that we're playing, guys, is what we call emotional regulation. And that's it. How do you regulate your emotions? How do you consistently, every day, understand that it's all about my emotional regulation? If you pay attention every day to you, when you get up, how do you feel? And by the way, guys, you realize if you get up and you don't feel good, typically most times you don't act good. The day does not go good. I'm struggling to make things happen all the time because I'm in this emotional vortex. Can I regulate my emotion? Do I understand the difference between stimulus, the space, and response? Am I responding to life or am I reacting to it? Am I living life or is life living me? How do I balance this? How do I get this game under control? Guys, we must get a grip of what is happening in our world. We must get a grip of what is happening in our world. We must get a grip of what is happening in our world. We must get a grip of what is happening in our world. There's a particular thing that we teach in sales, and we say that people must be rejection proof. And when we say rejection proof, we mean, what does that mean? And by the way, guys, not just in sales, in life. There are a lot of people right now on the call. You're one call away, you're one conversation away, you're one ask away from the success that you need. But you're so afraid of this thing called rejection. By the way, guys, I'm going to tell you, I will tell you exactly how I deal with rejection. Are you ready? Yeah, just pay attention. Guys, I have gotten to a point where I don't give one. Guys, I have no more F's to give. I'm done. Guys, I don't care. What you think about me is none of my concern. I just don't care. I ask for everything I want. I go for everything I want. And when you say no, I see no as not no, but not yet, not right now. And guys, if you have a mentality where you're not afraid of rejection, you will become an unstoppable force of nature. But think about it. In the Bible, it says, knock, and the door shall be knock, and the door shall be open. Knock, and the door shall be open. Knock, and and the door shall be open. It says knock. It never says go to the door and wait and it will be open. It says knock, 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 knock. You know, when people say, well, Mr. Lue-Fung, I don't want people to think I'm annoying. I'm like, no, change your word annoying. You must be professionally persistent. Professionally persistent. It says knock. Guys, the good book, the Bible says you must knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you shall find, and ask and it shall be given. Everything about those three words, guys, is affirmative action. It is not passive, it's affirmative. It is an offensive move. Guys, you must be on the offense every single day. When you get rejection, there's nothing wrong with it. It's data you're collecting. It is data you're collecting to tell you what to do differently the next time that you go to the door. What to do differently. And that does not become your identity. Rejection does not become who you are. It's not saying, you know, I'm not good enough. I'm not. It is just saying that change your approach. Because I tell people all the while, 4 SWs, SW, 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 SW. Some people will always do business with you. Some people will buy from you. People will give you opportunities. Some people just won't. They don't like it. They don't like how you look. They didn't like it from high school. They didn't like the fact that you are brown, black, yellow. They don't care. Some people just won't do business with you. They don't care. They don't. People just. Some will, some won't. But then the mentality I'm asking you to develop is a so what mentality. That is it. And if you ask me, Duane, who you have become, I become a so what guy. So what? What doing? I hear that these guys on the road and they tell me that, you know, you think that you're very this. I'm like, so what? Guys, when I got my bills to pay, so what? When I got my kids to feed, so what? So what? So what? What does it change? What does it change? I'm still going to do it tomorrow. I'm still done. Because guys, after I remove the so what, I know someone else is waiting to do business with me. Someone else is always waiting to give me some business. Someone else is always out there. And if you have this eternal optimistic view of life, if you reframe life like that, if your outlook is there is money out there for me to be made, you become an unstoppable force of nature. Unstoppable force of nature. So, what I want to ask you to do, guys, is you must let go of some of the what we call the limitations. So you have some inherent limitations, you know, that is holding you back. Your past wins and failures have become prisons. And your identity is now being shaped by repetition and not truth. What is repetition? I've not been doing so well, Duane. I've been struggling for the last 2 years. So that has become your identity. That has become you. Guys, you must shift that. You must become more confident in the way you do it. You must become more confident in the way you step out. 2026 must be totally a different year. Let me ask you a question. What have you done as it relates to your goals and dreams for 2026? By the way, have you set them? And by the way, guys, when you start talking about goals, and I was talking to a friend recently, I'm saying, you know, I know there's a great framework around setting goals. Oh, it needs to be smart. Guys, it's very simple. Take a pen and paper and it's very simple. Write it down. What are my personal goals? What are my financial goals? What are my health goals? And what are my family goals? It's very simple. What are my financial goals? This year, I must make $20 million. This year, I must make $30 million. I don't want it to be unrealistic, but guys, I need it. Guys, let me tell you something. If we all here today went out of the harbor, went on a ship, and we went on the ship, and we just sat there, the ship has no sail, nothing. I guarantee you guys, the waves in the ocean will take us somewhere. We'll end up somewhere, but we may end up exactly where we don't want to be. And this is when people ask me, Duane, why it's so important to set these goals? And I said, because You don't want to end up somewhere you don't want to be. The goals are the guide rails to ensure that exactly what you want out of life, you're going to get it, guys. So I'm saying stop going through life just guessing. It was Jim Rohn that says, it is not the set of it's not the ocean, but it's the set of the sail. It's the set of the sail. So if you put the boat in the ocean, it is a set of the sail that will end up taking you in the direction that you want to go. So I'm asking you, what are your financial goals? Okay, so I want to make $20 million. I want to start a new account for my kid. I want to put some money every day. And every time I earn $100, 10% of all I earn is mine to keep. Guys, get active and aggressive on making some goals financially. Stop guessing about where your money is going and guessing about how you're earning. And guys, you need something to drive you. What are my financial goals? I must have some. What are my health goals? I need to eat better. I need to sleep better. I need to lose some weight. I need to add some this. I need to become more thing because I want to become more confident. I want to gain some mass. What are my health goals? What are my personal goals in life? Personally, what do I want to achieve for myself? Personally, I want to do some more courses. I want to get some more skill. I want to do some more webinars this year. Like, what do I want to do? I want to become a better. Like, what are my growth goals? Every single year, by the way, I was having a conversation on January the 1st. And I was saying, absolute reason why, guys, and I support all parties, and I think that, it's really a nice business, and most party promoters are my friend. But guys, do you know the parties that I vehemently, like for me as principle, I just believe that I don't want to go, are the ones that I have to go at the first day of the new year. I just think out of principle, that's me. Imagine that the first of the year, when I should be setting goals, dreams, I should be thinking about how I'm going to invest my money and should be looking in my bank account and moving. In the first of the year, I'm going to be giving out money. First day, I haven't made $1 yet, but I'm putting it somewhere. I'm putting it in somebody else's pocket. I'm like, no, Duane, that just out of principle is wrong. Why not for the first year, I go on Audible, I go on Amazon and buy myself a book. I invest in a book. And guys, that's what I did. First of the year, I bought 4 books. 4 books. Out of the 4, I finished 2 already. There's 2 more to go. First day of the year, I said to myself, I must start the year differently. The other morning I got up, and when I get up, I usually go on my phone, and I was listening to a podcast. By the way, the first day of the year, I spent listening to about 4 podcasts. And I was listening to a guy, and he was talking about how to change the way you're programmed. And I realized that there's a thing called noise and signal. And signal means that when you get to your office or your business every day, and you ask yourself the question, what are the 3 things that I need to do? What are the 3 things, guys? You don't need a lot of things. What are the 3 things? 3 things that I need to do today to move the dial. What are the 3 things I need to do today to make money? 3 things, because if you don't have the signal, the noise is everything as the distractions, the people coming at you, the phone calls, the Instagram, the Facebook, the social media, there's noise. And I realize why most people are struggling is that you can't disassociate the noise from the signal. The signal is, what must I do today to make some money? What must I do today to win? And by the way, guys, the signal is not always a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's just 3 things. What do I need to do? Which call do I need to make? How many conversations do I need to have? And what do I need to do? Guys, there must be 3 things. And those 3 things kind of carry you closer to your goals and dreams. And guys, if everything else, guys, think about it. If everything else that's coming at you is not moving you closer to some desired, like maniacal goals and dreams, Just say in your mind, shit, this is, say in your mind, oh, this is noise. This is noise. It's not signal. What I need to achieve my life's goal, my financial goal, my health goal, my personal goal, my family goal, all of these goals that I have charted down, and guys, write them down. Stop saying, doing, I have them in my head. It doesn't work. Write them down. Just put down, what do I need to achieve financially, 2026. Write them down as we speak right now. What's my personal goal? How do I need to develop myself? How do I need to become? You keep hearing about this thing, becoming an version, becoming a better you, because that's the formula, guys. It's called the becoming formula. It's the becoming. It's the becoming. What's the next slide? You must become something else. So write down all these goals. Focus on what needs to happen and eliminate what we call the noise. Eliminate what we call the noise. So I mentioned earlier about the fact that, you know, one of the things that most people will sit with me and says, Duane, what happens when you get a setback? What happens when the sale is not made? What happens when you lose the business? What happens when you've been trying and trying and trying and trying again? Guys, I want to share you something. I sent it to my mother the other day, and I said, and I said to my mom, you know, if I was to write a book, guys, pay attention to this one. If I was to write a book tomorrow, and people should say, Duane, yeah, I know you've reinvented yourself and you've gone into different business, you know, you were in technology, you know, you went into business solutions, you know, training, you know, there's all of these different versions of you. Now you're launching Duane Lue-Fung Electronics, which is going to be one of the largest electronic company in the world. Like, how did you do this? And I said, Mom, if there's one thing I would put in that book that I really do believe would be a formula, it's not the greatest level of intelligence. I'm really a smart guy. I know for a fact that but I'm not like an intellect, like I'm not walking, kicking store with a PhD. You get me? I said, I don't think anybody can outgrit me. It's this word called grit. She said, what do you mean? I said, Mom, I'm telling you, like I refuse to die. I said, this thing about just refusing to die, this level of recovery of every time I fall, guys, I get up. Every time I fall, I get up. Every time I fall, I get up. There's a spirit that just refuses to die. Guys, I am allergic to being broke. Let me just say it. I'm allergic to hard life. I'm allergic to not having money. I'm allergic to not being able to take care of my kids. I am allergic. Go look up that word. Allergic, like allergy. I don't know how not to live well. I'm allergic. And because of that allergy, guys, I do IT. I do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Well, by the way, let me just put the caveat. Legally, ethically, morally. But I'm allergic to hard life. And some of you guys are allergic to hard life too. But if you're allergic to hard life, guys, I'm asking you a question. Who are you willing to become? Because I had to take a hard look in the mirror and say to myself, Duane, you need to become a different version. Because that version of Duane can't make $1 million US this year. That version of Duane can't make $2 million US this year. That version of Duane can't drive the car, can't live in the house. What version of you that you need to, guys, it's a reinvention completely. And I said to my mom, you know, it is this thing called grit. It's my ability to get back up, to persevere. It's my ability to constantly keep starting over. I am not afraid to take big swings. By the way, and there's another thing I said to my friend. I said, but guys, by the way, every morning I get up, I roll the dice. He's like, why? I said, because it's life. It's a game of rolling the dice. What do I have to lose to roll the dice? I roll the dice every day. Ooh. Oh, double S. Oh my God. All right. I want bam, double 4. I want double 6. Bam. And guys, I'm telling you, because I roll the dice so much, I'm getting a lot of 6s. And I'm saying, guys, you've had the dice in your hand and you're like this, and you're like this. And I'm saying, throw the dice. Throw the dice. Throw it. Throw the dice of life. Just roll it all the time. Roll the dice. Here's a very perfect example. And guys, if your kids, so if you have a kid that you want to, if you send them to like learn horseback riding, because you want them to, learn to ride horses and stuff. There's a thing that the instructor does that sometimes annoys most parents, and some parent was like, no, that's evil. Why you do that? And every time I see it, I say to myself, that's brilliant. That's the exact way I want to train my kids to live. Guys, if your kid is learning horseback riding, horses are like extremely big and large animals. And the height between the ground and the horse, and sometimes they can really hurt themselves. By the way, guys, if your son or your daughter falls off the horse, can you tell me exactly what the instructor does immediately? Immediately, guys, they do it immediately. And it's instructive about life. And the reason why some of us guys, we have not achieved some of these things we want to achieve, it's very simple. The first time we go, and you get like an uppercut in life, the first time life, the universe kind of slaps you. The first time you get an objection, a rejection. First time somebody says no. First time the bank says no. First time the business part that you went to the business to kind of, do some kind of, little thing and get you off, and you're like, no, I don't want business partners again because, they're dishonest and they don't have integrity. The first time that the market says no and the goods that you took here, the first time that you went to a customer, first time that guys, in any business, whether you're selling, first time that you get this major disappointment. Very similar to the first time the kid fall off the horse. Guys, you know what the instructor does? The instructor takes the kid and put them right back on the horse. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. You're a good son. You're a good daughter. Maybe 7, 8 years old, whatever it is. When the kid drop, I'm in Jamaican bracket, when the kid drop off of the ass, before him dip on the ground and a ball, oh, mommy, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to go home. The instructor said, go back on the ass right now. Right now, go back on the ass. And take the kid up and put back on the horse. And the parent is like, are you sure? And I'm just like, and guys, the day I saw that is the day I'm like, kaboom, that's it. Because when it was researched, guys, you see, if that kid go home, if you brush him off and say, come here, son, it's all right, come, my daughter. And if that kid take that kid home, and tomorrow morning, they're supposed to return to do horseback riding, do you know what they're going to say to you? Mommy, I don't want to go back. Why? It's painful. That fall was so painful that I don't think I want to experience it again. And the reason why your recovery must be like right now, guys, like right now, you must get back in saddle fast. Some of you guys taking too long. No. As it feels, I'm back in tomorrow. As you get no, I'm back on the phone. As a guy, I'm telling you, recovery, the universe loves it. When you recover, it's a test to test your resilience and your grit. You must get back up. And I am the king of getting back up. That is it. I said, Mom, that's it. I'm the king of recovery. I should be called Mr. Recovery. I recover fast. By the way, guys, I have a sign right next to my computer. It says, next. Keep it moving. Oh, do it? No. My brother, it was a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. Say hi to your wife. Kiss your kids. I'm gone. Next customer. Back on the phone. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, how are you doing? Fantastic. Listen, I'm doing Lue-Fung. It's a pleasure. Guys, I'm telling you, I am the terminator of success. I keep going. Just keep going and going and going and going. Because, guys, falling is inevitable. You will fall. What defines winners is how fast you recover. Take some big swing, boy, ballpark. Take some big swing, boy, ballpark guys. By the way, guys, some of you guys have been. By the way, I'm not saying you guys, but let me just be clear. I'm not saying that there are not times in life where you must take a little one run and listen. Sometimes you have a little, sometimes the ball come at you and you only can do one run. Only one run. You get me? Sometimes it's just one innings. You can't go around. But here's the problem. By the way, I've never been a big cricket fan. I don't even think I've been a big fan of Chris Gayle. Not in the way that I don't know the guy, but because I didn't follow cricket, I was still not a big fan. One day I was in my car and I was driving and I ended up on this weird radio station because I don't really even listen to radio. And I heard Chris Gayle said something that day, maybe the most, and it wasn't even said, maybe the most, guys, maybe for that season of my life, I needed to hear this. Here's what Chris Gayle said. It blew my mind. That's why I'm telling you guys, the information that you seek sometimes is right there. My acre of diamond is really there. It's in me, guys. It's right in my orbit. I just wasn't paying attention. Chris Gayle said this. Blew my mind. Chris Gayle said that sometime in his career, someone was giving him an interview. And the question was asked, like, Chris, how many centuries do you have? Like, how many centuries have you hit? And Chris Gayle was like, we read the question. The guy's like, yeah, so, like he's comparing him to Lara and all of these guys in India and all of them. And he's like, so how many centuries you have compared to these guys? And Chris Gayle was like, wow. And as good as he was, and as good as his career, the trajectory of his career and where it was going, he realized one thing. The measurement of an excellent cricketer was not about how many 50s you hit, how many 40s you have achieved, how many 90s you have hit. Because sometimes guys, you go close to the century. Sometimes in life, you go close to the finish line, guys, or you kind of win, but you not really win. Or you kind of got there, but you didn't really get there. And Chris said, kid, the man asked me how many centuries I have. And Chris said, what a question. Because Chris said, if the man asked me how many 50s I have hit in my entire lifetime, I would have won that competition. But nobody cares. Chris said, he didn't ask me about how many 50s. He said, how many centuries? And Chris said, after that day, after that interview, anytime I get a loose ball, you know what a loose ball is sometimes? Guys, sometimes life throws all of us a loose ball. We all get it. Loose balls. Like universe slips sometime, and instead of coming at you hard, it gives you a loose ball. It bounces, it takes it time. And Chris said, every time after that, I got a loose ball, 6. 6. 6. 6. Chris said, after that conversation, every loose ball that I have in my life, every time a loose ball come at me, I do not play. I punish everything. Guys, I want to listen to what the guy said. The guy said, after that interview, I stopped playing around. There are a lot of matches I could have hit a century. There are a lot of matches I realized I went to 85, I went somewhere 90, and I got complacent and comfortable, and I got bold, I got out. Something happened. He says, after that interview, I punished everything. I had no fear because I can't be embarrassed. He said that was a defining moment of my life. That question, how many centuries have you hit? And guys, I'm sitting in my car and I'm saying, Duane, Ed, how many centuries have you hit? How many times have you come close, but you became too lazy, too complacent? You did not upskill. Your belief dropped. You made some money and got comfortable. You start drinking too much, partying too much, watching too much Netflix, watching too much. Like, how many times Have life given opportunity to set yourself apart, to differentiate yourself from everything around you? How many opportunities have you had to become the number one in your field, in your industry? How many times have you had to pick it up a notch? Wow. Guys, I'm saying this to say, it's 2026, me, I ask you, make it the year of big swings. Guys, I want you to hit it out the park. I want you to stop playing it too safe. Yes, there's no safe position in life. In this game, there's no safe position. We all have to die to leave here. I'm telling you guys. So you see, while you're here, guys, and in the Colosseum of life, guys, may I tell you, gladiator it out, make we go fight. While we're in the game, let's play the game to win. Play the game to win, guys. We deserve it. We deserve it, guys. Play the game to win. And sometimes when you get this, there's a lot of things that go, oh boy, Duane, I've had so much adversity in my life. Okay, sure. I've had so much things that has happened to me. Guys, let me just share with you. I want you to understand your relationship with adversity must change. Your relationship with misfortune must change. It's not friction. It should be fuel. Don't think it's something to stop you. Use it, reframe it as something that should encourage you. By the way, the more adversity I get, is the more excited I become, because I'm like, yeah, it's happening. Guys, I'm telling you. To me, I think the universe only pick on you when it's ready. Guys, I'm telling you, when it's ready to give you something big, it poke you. Like a bully at school, poking you. Because, guys, I'm telling you, there is something in you that is when you swing, that boy not getting up enough. I've seen it happen when I was younger. The guy you picked on the most, you think he's the softest. There's something inside him that there's a beat inside him. You ever see that, guys? Like somebody pick on like somebody that they think they can beat. And I'm saying sometimes when the universe is ready to give you something big, you get some friction because it wants to see what you're made of. It's already inside. You don't have to look anywhere else. You have it. You have all the components. You have all the attributes. Anybody that you see that made $1 billion have nothing more than what you have. The only thing they have is a bigger belief. Their standards and their identity is much bigger. Identity, they have become something in your mind. The audacity to believe that I can be rich. Audacity to believe that whatever I'm doing now, I can be the best at my game. The audacity to believe that I will outdo you and anybody around you. The audacity to wake up and saying, Duane, I got this. And, I really got this. I got this. I just need to change the way I'm doing things. There's this thing, guys, that I would it's called urgency and awareness. Why is this important? Here's what most of you guys, by the way, guys, I have a really good relationship with this word called hunger. And I'm telling you right now, you can't out hungry me. Me not know if there's such a word, but as I tell you, you can't out hungry me. Let me tell you why I like this hunger word. When I was going to high school, I was never the smartest, never the brightest, wasn't even the most good looking. By the way, I grew into my looks, I must tell you. But I have seen so many talented dudes that were in my class, that was around me, that was even going to the same school. I've seen them. I've hired a lot of them too. And it just teaches me, guys, that talent and skill is not enough. Guys, you see, without urgency, you see, without ambition, guys, all of that goes nowhere. You'll end up standing still if your talent is not backed by this hunger, this appetite to just want more. And here's my question to you. Do you really want more? Or you say you want more, you want more? Because guys, let me tell you why sometimes I don't believe that you really want more. You see, your words and actions are two different things. Your words and actions are two different things. You say you want more, which comes out as words, but you don't demonstrate it in your actions. And let me say it again, guys. You do not demonstrate it in your actions. What your action looks like, guys? Action is the repetition, the grit, the uncomfortable, guys, just the everyday grind at it. The sacrifice that you have to make, the repetition, the constant learning, the speed. By the way, guys, TGL has a course that is called the Fundamentals of Professional Selling. And every day we have that course. Sometimes I sit in that course and I'm like, I have been selling, guys. By the way, I don't know, guys, I built my business on sales. I had no idea what entrepreneurship was. I was just excellent at selling. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. You have to really come good to outsell me. And I'm telling you seriously, you have to come good to outsell me. Really. If we're in a room and this was a 100-meter sprint in the sales game, I'm telling you, I'm running somewhere close to 9.58. I'm telling you, you have to run fast. But how did I become better at selling? Is the awareness of understanding that I was not selling, I was telling. You can talk about, guys. Telling, I was telling a lot. And can you believe that because TGL has this repository of information, that every time I sit and I train even the fundamentals of professional sales course, it blew my mind. I'm like, there is so much I did not know. And guys, most people fail in life because they don't know what they don't know, but they think they know. Here's the problem when you think you know. The ego and the arrogance chip in. So because you think you know, when you hear, oh, you need to do sales training, you're like, no, I don't need that. I know what I'm doing. I've made it. I've plateaued. And that's why I'm talking about this word called plateauing. Most of you guys have plateaued in your life because of the ignorance, the arrogance, the ego of not being able to be open to more. Guys, you know why I like Elon Musk? It's really, now I'll tell you why I like it. Guys, you see your ability to, guys, you see that, you see when you have the propensity and you're not afraid to fail, you're not afraid to start over, you're not afraid to go into something completely new and to go learn it from scratch. Guys, that's a different beast, you know? To be able to admit that the way I learned about rockets is to sit down and YouTube it, a complete. The man going in an industry that wasn't even close to anything that he knew. And I'm saying how much of us would do that? Like, where's the man is, ooh. Guys, desire and hunger is what fuels toughness and grit. So let me just tell you guys, hunger outwork talent every day. Because what talent does is talent gets comfortable. Talent gets complacent. And where it shows up is in your bank account, struggle. It's called struggle. Struggle. It's called survive and not thrive. And the problem is, most people are surviving, and that's the truth. But guys, survival is objective. When you thrive, it's subjective, because thriving begins here. Thriving is a confrontation of yourself in the deep, dark recess of the night. Thriving is in meditation of you saying, doing is not enough is enough. Thriving is a honest conversation. We start with the honesty of saying, you need to do more. Thriving is, I must get better. Thriving is, my competitors are killing me. Thriving is, these guys are outselling me. That's thriving. Thriving is an internal mechanism that only happens when you're willing to confront the truth of you. Thriving is, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Thriving is, enough is enough. Thriving is, what is it you need to do differently? Thriving is, do I need to reinvent myself? What does that look like? Guys, you're not tired to walk around and look around you and see the companies that have figured it out, reinventing themselves every day. And by the way, you are even participating in their reinvention because you're buying the new cars, you're buying the new design houses, you're buying the new this, you're buying the new Apple, you're buying the new watches, you're buying the new reinvention. And you're still at version 1.0. You are still at version 1.0. And everybody around you that's thriving is constantly upgrading. Because that's what life does. That's it, guys. The plateau, the ceiling. The ceiling. That is the ceiling. Guys, I don't know if you have seen this video, and you really should see it. You really should watch it. Google it. It's a video about an experiment that they did with fleas in a jar. It's called In the Jar. When you leave here, write it down, go Google it. So here's what happened and my description of what we call plateauing. So they had so in a lab, guys, they put fleas in a jar. Now, fleas are designed to jump about 18 inches high, just naturally. If you leave them, they're jumping about 18 inches high. And they wanted to understand the relationship between, what would limit and make fleas jump below what their natural order is, what their potential is. And their potential is, naturally, they can go high. And they put them in a 10-inch jar, guys, 10-inch jar, and they covered it. And the fleas were jumping. And because the fleas were hitting their head on the cap, it became what? Painful. So by the way, guys, there is only one time that they put the lid on it. So they put a lid. And remember this word, guys, write it down. Lid, L-I-D. The lid was put on the jar. And the fleas kept jumping. And they hitting the lid. And then 2 days later, they came and they removed the lid. And guess what these scientists discovered, guys? That even when the lid was removed, the fleas adjusted their height and they did not jump out of the jar. They were still jumping only 8 inches high. The lid was removed. Wow. Oh. So how is it they can go 18 inches, but you lid them, and somewhere in lidding them, they now created a new identity, a new belief system. The limitation now was, I cannot go beyond 8 inches. And guys, a lot of the limitations are self-imposed. A lot of the limitations are, sometimes it's your first work. Sometimes it's your first relationship. Sometimes it's your parents. Sometimes it's where you come from. Sometimes it's, some, bad, horrible belief system. And guys, you have lidded yourself in the conversations you've been having, in the stories and the narrative, sometimes in the environment that you are, sometimes in the friends that you have, sometimes in the environment that you sit in and you hear things tough and things hard, and I can't, and I can't, and I can't. And every day that you keep saying that, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it becomes a self-fulfilling lid, and you have to break free of that. because you have plateaued very early in the game. And how do you remove that? How do you get to a place where you want a different life? What is this thing called constructive dissatisfaction? Constructive dissatisfaction. Am I grateful? Yeah. By the way, guys, I am grateful for everything in my life. I am Mr. Grateful. I must show you my gratitude affirmations in the morning. Oh, you go crazy. You're like, Duane, you really say this? Yeah. Hi, guys, I say this. I'm the king of affirmation. By the way, guys, I must tell you, I want to introduce you to that thing called affirmations. I am the king of affirmations. I say it all the time. I'm so happy and thankful for and guys, I'm telling you, guys, I'm grateful for my this, I'm grateful for that. I'm always grateful because guys, I always say gratitude is what opens the door for more. Have you ever give someone anything at all in your life? Like a friend come to you and borrow something, or you help somebody and they just walk away and don't say anything to you. They just walk away. Don't say thanks, don't say hi, don't say yes, guys, don't you feel bad? Don't you feel absolutely bad when you help somebody? You create a new world for them. You open a door. You give them something that they never had, and they never say thank you. I think that's how God feels when He helps you. When He do some really good things for you, and you don't get up one day and say, thank you, Lord. I'm grateful for this. I think that when they say that the elixir of universal success, of attracting good things in your life, is this thing called gratitude. I believe it because the concept of it says that if you keep saying thank you, I will give the person that says thank you more than I give the guy I help, and him just walk away and say, guys, do you ever give somebody something and just walk away? And you're like, Jesus, you can't say thanks? And I believe that if you keep saying thank you, abundance and prosperity must chases you and overtake you. So guys, constructive dissatisfaction is I'm saying, never be satisfied. Be grateful, but always want more. Stop talking about, what I'm doing, I'll do it later. There's this thing that we're doing, guys, and we have this delay and this procrastination. This thing about later. Sometimes, in my presentation, I will run a little small joke, and I said, guys, what's the most popular island in the entire world? And I ask people all the time, where do you think is the most popular island in the world? By the way, when I'm in Trinidad, they like Trinidad. When I'm in Jamaica, they like Jamaica. When I'm in Belize, everybody say Belize. Because everybody believes that, they're the most, every island is great. And I'm saying, what is the most popular island in the world? The number one. If you should say, no, not the most popular. I would say the most visited island in the world. And by far, if you Google it, you might see, who gets the most tourists. And I'm saying, think beyond that. The most popular island in the world is I'll do it. I'll do it later. Delay is expensive. Delay is expensive. You want to get to a place where everything that you want, you do it now. By the way, guys, inspiration is perishable. Inspiration is perishable. So anytime you feel inspired with a new idea, a new concept, something that is burning, I'm gonna ask you guys to get to this place of just doing it right now. And by the way, for 2026, I want you to write this down. Just write down, do it, do IT, NOW, full stop. Do it now. If that's all you do for 2026, is you become a do it now person. By the way, guys, hold on. Can I go back a little bit? Listen to what I said. If all you do for 2026 is to become, is to what? Become a do-it-now person. Becoming who you need to be. You do have. Who do you need to become? Even that is a reinvention of, writing, always delay things. Have proposals to do, I take very long. Have calls to make, I procrastinate on them. Have customers to visit, I take too long. I have a cycle of doing things later. Oh, sure. It also reflects in your bank account. By the way, guys, how you do anything is how you do everything. Let me say it again. How you do anything is how you do everything. So I can bet, I can predict, I can almost predict what your bank balance is like. Would I do it later? Kind of mentality. And I'm saying to you that the word mentality means men, men. So what? Plural for man. So mental is mind. Tality, T-A-L-I-T, which means the great reality, which means if you have a delay mentality, delaying and procrastinating has become the great reality of your life. That's all it is. That's why when they say you have a broke mentality, it means being broke. Having this poor consciousness and this poverty talking and things tough and times hard and politics and economy, it has become the reality of your life. So when they say that you need to elevate your consciousness and become a person, you keep hearing this word, who do you need to become? Because guys, you have to become it first inside before it manifests without. You guys, you cannot change, you can't change objectively before you change subjectively. So the newer version of you is not just putting on some new clothes and nice suit and stuff. The newer version of you has to create the image first here. Like it's here, guys. It's here. It's within and without. Within, without. Above, below. Within, without. Inspiration expires. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Guys, let's just get cracking. Urgency, self-respect. Guys, just let's get cracking. You're taking too long. Guys, you're taking too long. You're taking too long. I will tell you a story, but I'm not going to tell it right now. But I'm going to tell you a story of what I've taken almost 1 year and create. 1 year of waking up one day and saying, doing enough is enough. Stop wasting time. Guys, right now, I'm telling you, you can't waste my time. I don't have unnecessary conversations. By the way, you might try to reach out to me and you're going to get a very delayed communication with me. Guys, I'm telling you, really, in truth, all of us have about 4,000 to 5,000 weeks in this thing called life, in this game that we're playing. And guys, what you do with every week is critical. What you do with every single second is critical. What you do with your time is important. I'm telling you, I am different when it comes on to my time because I guarantee you, you need any good 2 years. Remember, guys, remember this, I'm telling you. You only need any good 2 years of your life. Not 10, not 15. Any good 2 years can change the trajectory of your life, of your life and your children's life. I'm going to repeat this, guys. Any good 2 years. If you buckle down and become something new, I can't even recognize it. And it doesn't take long, guys. Any good 2 years. I bet you guys, I bet you I won't even recognize it when I see you. If you pull up the handbrake in that car right now and step out and say, I need a new vehicle. I need something that is faster, more urgent, more quicker, no procrastination. Like my time is important. I'm on what we call a personal development journey. I'm on a growth journey because your income will never exceed your level of personal development. And by the way, guys, if your income so happens to take a lucky jump, because those sometimes we get a lucky break, a lucky promotion, sometimes we win lotto. All these things happen. If your income takes a lucky jump, it will come back and find you exactly where it found you if you do not develop your mind at the same time. It's very important. Most importantly, the discipline loop. What's so important about this loop? It's extremely important, guys. Stability is key. I do not rely on motivation because it's unreliable. That is true. Is it good? Yeah. But it wears off. You really don't want to rely on motivation. What you want to rely on are systems. What are the systems? I need, by the way, guys, systems. SYSTEM. The reason why by the way, guys, good companies are people dependent, but great companies are system dependent. What system? Acronym. Save yourself time, energy, and money left. Woo. Non-negotiables. You must have some non-negotiables. What are your daily execution? You must have some things that you do every single day, guys, regardless of your mood. It doesn't matter how you feel. It must happen. You must have something in place that will protect you from how you feel. That's by the way, how you feel doesn't pay the bills. Nobody cares about how you feel. The bank doesn't care. You know, your bill collector doesn't care. The mortgage company don't care. Nobody cares. You care about your mood. Nobody cares. You need to go and get it done. You need to have something that will protect you from your mood. Put a system in place. Beliefs, follow-ups, action. Show up first. Don't wait to feel good to make it happen, guys. Show up first because confidence will catch up. By the way, guys, if you show up, your confidence will show up with you. But don't wait to feel good. We don't have the time to feel good, guys. 2026, we have to cut that out. Why, Mr. D, I don't feel good. I don't feel good either, but I'm doing it. It's your responsibility to show up. Stop waiting on feelings. Feelings don't pay bills. Momentum is very important because it compounds discipline. And by the way, guys, I want you to remember that your income follows consistency. Belief, faith, and confidence. Guys, what do you understand by this? Oh, this is brilliant. You cannot earn beyond your belief. And what is stopping the most of you guys right now is really that. You just don't believe. Can't believe. You must believe bigger. You must believe bigger, guys. You must enlarge that capacity that I can earn more, I can do more. Because what happens is that you have these money ceilings, these inherited limitations. I talk about the flea in the jar a while ago. That's what's happening to you. Somewhere along the line, because your father didn't do it, your mother didn't do it, your surroundings didn't do it, your environment didn't do it, you really can't believe you can't do it. And every day you're looking up at the big man and say, how did he do it? The same exact way that you can do it is belief. But your belief must expand first and income will follow. Your belief must expand first and your income will follow. You must have trust in your effort, believe that you can get it done. And there's an internal mastery that you have to, guys, you have to pay attention to this internal game. Guys, if there's one thing that if you call me one day and you sit with me, I will not have anything to, guys, I will not have a conversation with you about your skill and, oh, Mr. Lue-Fung, well, I need to follow up better. And guys, I'm going straight within. I'm saying, what is happening with your internal game? Because guys, I can find the problem that you're having outside if I go inside. There's a thing we do in sales called sales DNA. It is a set of beliefs, the internal belief that sabotage your technical skill, which means that there is something inside, internal, that we can't see, we can't touch, we don't know what it is, but it sabotages the skill of you doing all of the sales skill you need. The finding the lead, the making the contact, the booking the meeting, the relationship selling, the consultative selling, the finding the compelling reasons, the quantifying, the qualifying, All of these skills that you need to sell is sabotaged by your internal belief system. It's sabotaged by a thing called a DNA, whether you have a low money tolerance, whether, you know, the way you buy and sell, like the way you buy, whether, you know, you don't know how to handle rejection. All of these things, you have low self-image and low self-belief. Every day, guys, it works. So I am, guys, I really do hope today that out of all that you got, what you got is a sense of clarity. I wish that today you have some clarity around what needs to happen and who do I need to become a better version of myself. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to. Execution. I'm going to challenge you as we find execution. I'm going to challenge you as we wrap up about this thing called execution. And I really want you to pay attention to this. Because the truth is, information changes nothing. Knowledge without action is really illusion. Insight must be applied. The work must be done. You must be good at doing the work, because execution is your only currency. Guys, we need to stop the entertainment. And I don't want to do it anymore. It's this entertainment. Oh, we're giving you too much info. You get, guys, you have the information. Inspiration without action is entertainment. Get into taking action. Get into movement. Guys, if you're around me, you won't last. I'm telling you. If you come around me, you won't last, because I'm always on the move. There's too much talking and like, let's get it done. I'm telling you guys, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Oh, Mr. Lue-Fung, I want to do this. Let's do it. I want to do this. Let's do it, guys. I am the let's do it guy. By the way, I believe that slogan that Nike has is absolutely ridiculous. By the way, guys, I love it so much that I don't ever believe they know how good it is. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. What do it mean? What does it mean? I mean, just do it. Oh, it's raining. Let's go. Just do it. Oh, it's snowing. Just do it. Oh, I don't feel well. Just do it. Like whatever excuse you can come with, Nike says what? Just do it. And guys, I love the slogan. Just do it. No excuses. Oh, I don't feel well. I can't run today. Put on your sneaker. Let's do it. Oh, I don't. Let's do. Just do it. Just do it. Guys, inspiration fades quickly. It's only movement that will sustain momentum. You must turn insights into action. And what it takes is a behavior change. So, next slide. So, my friends, my challenge to you this year is very simple. In this conversation that we have about honesty, who do you need to become? What do you need to do to win at this game called life? I want you to identify your word for 2026. I want you to start dropping it in the text box. Everybody, if there's one thing that you got from today's session, if there's this one word that will characterize 2026 for you, one word. And the agreement that I made to you guys is for these last 2 hours, I didn't want you to sit here passively. I didn't want you to sit and listen like a spectator. I didn't want you to filter this through the ego and become too defensive. I want you to listen like someone that was willing to take full responsibility and to take action. Because the bottom line is, guys, responsibility is power. Responsibility is power. You must act like your life totally depends on it. By the end of this session, you must leave with more clarity. You must leave with a higher standard of who you want to become and what you want out of your life. And I want to leave with a commitment of excellence and success that you can no longer run from. "2026 owes you nothing. It doesn't owe you any explanation. It doesn't owe you, it don't owe you fairness. It don't owe you mercy. It don't owe you anything. The only thing that 2026 will respond to is who you decide to become starting right now. Let us begin today." It's been a brilliant 2 hours spent with you. Just before we leave, this is what I'm going to introduce you to. It's all right. Guys, just before we close, this is what I wanted to introduce you to. Last year, I had a conversation just before I closed with my team, and I said, what is it that you will do newly for 2026? And if you were to sit with me and you say, Duane, how should I start my 2026? I wanted to start it the same way I started mine, with some new insights, new information. I bought 4 books, I finished 2. What will you do newly for 2026? Guys, there's a lot of people here that have been selling for years, and you lack some fundamental skills that need to happen. You lack a process and a particular way of selling that will make you differentiate yourself from everybody else. And I'm going to ask you right now, if you have never done this thing called FOPS, Fundamentals of Professional Sales, that TGL has to offer, you're selling yourself short. The first part of FOPS, which is the most impressive to me, is the part that deals with the mentality and the mind. And the same thing that I've been trying to get through to you guys, imagine if there's a framework around how to have you take action, how to create a mentality of winning consistently. My challenge to you is, for 2026, I want you to go to our website right now and get enrolled in Fundamentals of Professional Sales. There are about 6 core skills that we go through. It's a 40-hour live instructor course. We have a 6 weeks performance accelerator. We have live interactive sessions. We have an introductory price for FOPS, which is, we have an introductory price for FOPS now, guys, which is 50,000. How long it lasts? Is it for 24 hours? Okay, guys, 24 hours. We have an introductory price for FOPS. All right, it's usually about 90 to 100,000. Guys, as a gift from us today, we have an introductory $50,000 price for an 8 weeks course that will change the trajectory of your life. I promise you. If you're in sales any at all and you really want to advance yourself, guys, let me tell you, we have a team here of people that are way above what you'd expect. They understand sales. They understand sales consultancy. They understand how to develop and build good sales processes. They understand exactly what your business needs to win. As we close, enroll in FOPS, Fundamental Professional Sales. Go to our website, go to our Instagram page right now, guys, and let us win together. I want you to have a happy 2026. Follow us at TGL Corporate. If you have not been following me yet, follow Duane Lue-Fung. And I wish you an exciting and an adventurous 2026, guys. It has been a pleasure. I enjoyed the session. I'm looking forward to hearing about your success. And if you ever see me, send me a message and say, Duane, it has been a great year. Thank you for this masterclass. We will see you again January 2027. That is where the next masterclass will be. Thank you very much.
Let them know that they can indicate what they want to talk about with us in the chat box. There's a link there for them.
Guys, indicate what you want to talk to us about in the chat box. Once you do that, guys, we'll engage you. Leave your number, do what you need to do. We'll engage you and we'll have the conversation. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye. And I will see you all at the bank.